Unlock the secret to pop-ups that captivate every visitor, no matter their device, by mastering responsive modals in Webflow. Let's dive right into creating these indispensable responsive modal pop-ups in Webflow. We'll start by setting up the foundational structure first. Click on the Add Elements panel and drag a div block onto your canvas. This will serve as our modal container. Now it's crucial to make this div a fixed element that covers the entire viewport with the div block selected. Go to the Styling panel on the right under Layout. Set its display to Flex, then under Position, choose Fixed. Next, we need to ensure it spans the entire screen in the sizing section. Set the width and height to 100%. For it to appear over everything else, we'll assign a Zindex under Spacing. Set the Zindex to a high value, like 1000. Now let's add the background overlay effect and the actual modal content for the overlay. Select the fixed div and add another div block. Inside it, we'll style this inner div to be the full background. Set its background color to a dark shade with some transparency. Inside this overlay div, we'll add our main modal content. Drag a new div block. Inside the overlay, this will be the pop-up box itself. Center it using Flexbox properties on its parent overlay div. Set the overlay's alignment to center, both horizontally and vertically. Now let's style our modal content div. Give it a white background, some padding, and a border radius for softer corners. Add your desired content within this modal box: headings, paragraphs, buttons, or images, for example. Let's add a heading 2 and a paragraph element. To make it truly responsive, we'll use Webflow's breakpoint controls. Select your modal content div. Observe the top bar. You'll see icons for desktop, tablet, and mobile. We can adjust styling for each for smaller screens. You might want to reduce padding or font sizes. Let's demonstrate. Switch to the tablet view. Select the modal content div again in the Spacing panel. Reduce the padding on the top and bottom. You'll see the modal adjust. Now switch to the mobile view. Further adjust the padding, or perhaps slightly reduce the width of the modal content div to ensure it doesn't become too cramped on very small screens. The final, crucial step is controlling the visibility of this modal. We want it to appear on demand, usually triggered by a button. We'll address that in a follow-up. But for now, ensure your modal container div is set to display none by default in the Elements settings. This hides it until you trigger it. And there you have it. A robust, responsive modal pop-up foundation ready to engage your users across all devices. Stay tuned for how to trigger these with buttons.